Show yourself human. You cannot hide from me. There you are. Why have you come here? What business could you possibly have with an old dragon such as myself? You came seeking my aid in becoming stronger? Why would I ever help you? Explain before I decide to make you my dinner. You were told I was a friend of your ancestor? That is preposterous. There is only one human I would have ever considered my friend, and he died with no heir. A shame, too. He was quite talented. You wish to prove it? Fine. I will entertain this idea, if not for the sole reason I have been bored. Come closer, human, and take this staff. But be warned, if you speak false, the staff will kill you. This cannot be. His progeny lives? Ha 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 ha. This is excellent news indeed. Yes, I will aid you, human. That is, of course, if you possess the same talents as your ancestor. First, I will have to test you. What are you capable of? What achievements have you accomplished so far in your life? Is that all? Tell me, are there any more of your kin? Where is the rest of your family? They have all been hunted down? By who? The Adventurers Guild. I have heard whispers of a new group calling themselves that. I must admit, it has been a couple of centuries since I've gone out into the world. I see. Your once powerful family now only consists of you after they outlawed the use of enslavement magic. How preposterous. I agree. If a being is too weak-willed to resist an enslavement spell, they do not deserve their freedom. It would seem much has changed since the days of your ancestor. I may not be as strong as I once was, but I will give you what knowledge I can if it means bringing my old friend's family back into power. There are plenty of powerful artifacts here in my hoard. We will find the best ones for you to use, and I will also teach you some ancient spells that I am sure not many remember. Don't get too excited. Haste makes waste. This will take time. First, we must find a way to enhance your base magical power. This is normally done through constant training, but I have a quicker way to reach your potential. You are wise to ask. Yes, there is a rather inconvenient drawback. You will be left unconscious for some time. The more power that lies within you, the longer it will take to recover. Like I said, I do not know how long it will be for you. For your ancestor, he was out of commission for a week. Some may think that is a small price to pay for such power, but without a dragon aiding you, it could take months or even years. Yes, I will be sure to deal with any adventurers who may come looking for you, though I doubt they would think to look here. You are the first human to find me in decades. Speaking of which, how did you locate my lair? A demon told you? That is very interesting. What did you do to convince a demon to help you? They take less kindly to humans than even us dragons. You freed him? Ha 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 ha. You really are just like him. Your ancestor would do whatever it took to get what he wanted, no matter the cost to others. I like that. Most dragons do not bother themselves with the human ideas of good versus evil. We live by the simple rule the strong survive and the weak perish. If you are not able to protect your own life, then you do not deserve it. True, compared to me, you are weak, and I could end you with ease. But you have your bloodline and strong will that make you more powerful than you may realize. Besides, just because one has the ability to end a life doesn't always make it the wisest idea to do so. I need not explain my reasoning for helping you beyond the fact that you are a descendant of an old friend. Let us leave it at that. You wish to know the story of how he and I became friends? That is quite a long story. If you insist, it started with your ancestor, a man of great arrogance making his way to this very cavern with the hopes of enslaving me. Obviously, he failed, and we were forced into battle. It was one of the greatest battles of my life. We were nearly evenly matched at the time, and it eventually came to a draw. He was set to leave and continue his adventure elsewhere when I offered him what I am now offering you. He was quick to accept, willing to do whatever it took to obtain more power. His potential was far greater than I could have ever imagined. To this day, I do not believe I have ever met someone with as much talent as him. He was extraordinary. During our time together, we formed a bond. This was unheard of at the time. A dragon forming a relationship with any sort of creature would have been a sign of weakness. Once word spread of my kinship with a human, many dragons came to foolishly challenge me, which is how my horde has grown to such a large size. As time went by, the unfortunate reality set in that humans are not long for this world. Your ancestor spent much of his final days seeking a way to extend his life, but such magic is reserved for the gods. Perhaps even they are incapable of such magic. Thanks to his immense magical power, he did live a few decades longer than most humans, but still, it was a drop in the bucket to a dragon who can live for millennia. His passing brought me great sorrow, an emotion thought impossible for a dragon. In the end, despite our great power and majesty, we are living creatures. Even in his passing, he taught me such an important lesson. I retreated to my lair for over a century to reevaluate my preconceived notions on mortal races. I stopped my pillaging of human kingdoms, and eventually my existence faded from their memories. Now you arrive, a descendant of the one friend I ever had. This leads me to believe it is a time of great change for humanity, and I will play my part as needed. That is all for now. It is getting late and I'm sure you need your rest. You will find accommodations over there. You may need to clean up a bit first though, as it has been quite some time since I have had a reason to use them. We will start your training in the morning. Let us hope you show even greater promise than your ancestor. I have a feeling you will need such power for what lies ahead.